Good morning, guys. We are starting off our day, our first day in New York City, in a typical American diner. If you watched my America series a couple of months back, you would know that this type of food is definitely my favorite. And yeah, every time I picture typical America, I always think of diners. So you already know I had to get up this spot. This place is called Times Square Diner, just off the corner of my hotel, maybe a couple of minutes away. Okay, so breakfast just arrived. Um, I ended up going with the breakfast burrito, which basically looks like it has everything in it. And as you can tell, since we're in America, everything's kind of massive. Let's give it a go. This is the perfect start to the day. Um, Very good, very heavy, very hearty. And ooh, I don't want to sound like a wuss, but the Tabasco sauce is a little bit hot. I don't know if this technically classes as typical American diner food. God damn, it's good. And I know you can kind of make it anywhere. It's just for the simple fact that I'm in America that we indulge in these things. So we just finished up our breakfast at the Times Square Diner, but now it's time to get the real day started. Time to actually go ahead and do some tourism. And our first destination of the day is going to be the Radio City Hall. But before we head over there, just as I was walking down the road, I could see like a bunch of market stalls set up, and I'm not sure what it's for. Maybe it's just because it's the weekend or something like that. But there are a load of market stalls selling various things. There's artwork, souvenirs, food, even. So before we head over to Radio City, I think we might as well just take a small walk through and see what exactly is going on here. Okay guys, we just made it inside of the Rockefeller Centre to try and get to the top of the rock. But we made it to like the 61st floor, so it's not exactly the top just yet. But I just want to show you the views behind me. That is incredible, man. Absolutely stunning. Um, I know obviously to most people it just looks like a bunch of skyscrapers, but when you're here, man, there's just something different about it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna take it all in, record some B-roll, and then I'll get back to you. So we just finished up our tour of the Rockefeller Centre, and I have to say, man, it's definitely worth the price of admission. Um, it is directly behind me, but you cannot see it on camera. I've got a wide-angle lens on this thing, and it doesn't even capture how grand this building really is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you some B-roll, and hopefully you can get a perspective on just how grand this thing actually is. It's amazing. So yeah, enjoy. So after a short stint at the New York Public Library, I decided that I would hop on the train to try and, venture out of Midtown Manhattan a little bit. And I just figured whilst I'm here, I would show you the exact process of how to get your New York travel card. Previously, to anybody who's visited, I would like to say before this year, there used to be this thing called the MTA, which was basically the Metro card. It was bright yellow with blue writing. Now they're trying to stop that, and it's being slowly phased out. At the moment, from what I can see, the New York subway prefers contactless tickets and this thing called OMNY. So let's go ahead and buy some tickets, and I'll show you what that process actually looks like. So let's see. You want to buy an OMNY. Balance on it is 20 quid. Sorry, $20. Then you will get this plastic reloadable card, which is replacing this previous one here. So that's what it looks like, little plastic reloadable. Let's go ahead and see if this actually works. Okay, solid. Didn't bump any trains, so it works. Now that we're done with the vessel, I thought I would take a scenic walk through a pathway known as the High Line. I'm not really sure what this walk is going to entail, but from what I could see on other people's videos, it was a very scenic and picturesque walk to go on, and there seems to be a lot of people going the same direction, so why not follow the locals / the tourists for a minute. as I was walking along the High Line, I noticed that there was a minor closure on the pathway, which meant that a lot of people had to go back onto the main road. So now we are at street level, and I think I've found exactly where I need to go. So is this... Yes, we are there. Hi guys, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Just wanted to ask, how long have I got left to the end?
So if you're heading south, you have about, give or take, 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
It goes down to 10th Avenue. You're at 10th Street. You're around 16th right now.
Sure. Guys, thank God there's only 10 minutes left of this walk, because as beautiful as it is, it has been a super long one. So one thing I would recommend to any tourists looking to come to New York, as to be expected, bring your running shoes. With that being said, I think we're going to continue onto the walk and get to the very end. 10 minutes to go, guys. 10 minutes to go. So we finally made it to the end of the High Line. Technically, the Whitney Museum would be the literal end, but as I walked over there, there was nothing really much to see. And as I was walking, I found a view that was much more, I don't know, scenic. So this is Little Island, just off the Hudson River. So you guys know I couldn't do a New York travel series without visiting some of New York's best pizza spots. Now, I've been doing a little bit of research, and by research I mean looking on social media for the most highly rated places, and this is one of them, called Vito's Slices and Ices. It looks like a pretty small, cozy spot, and yeah, from what I've heard, people are saying, you know, pretty good things about it. So I'm going to trust their word. It's my first time here, and I don't know what to get. Do you recommend anything, any staples?
Now, is this the first time here or first time having New
First
York
time
pizza?
here. Well, both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one of the two that I would absolutely recommend is either a cheese or a pepperoni if you're in New York.
Okay.
Those are kind of the classic New York slices.
For sure. All right. Let me do one classic cheese, and I'll take maybe 2 garlic knots. That's cool, yeah? This is the order right here. 1 classic cheese pizza with a side of 2 garlic knots. Loki, the big boy in me, is thinking that it might not be enough to handle my hunger, but we'll give it a go. This is Vito's Slices and Ices. We like that. So I don't know if it's because I'm really hungry or if this is just banging, but this is fucking banging. But a side of iced tea and lemonade or something like that, and yeah. In 29-degree heat, this is the one you want. Super refreshing, but this flipping pizza is... I get it. This isn't no Domino's, bro. Say no pizza hut, something different. Anyway, let me go finish the rest of this food. And actually, I think this is where I'm going to end the episode off. Thank you very much for watching. I know it's been, I don't know, somewhat a hectic but also quiet day for my first day in New York. To be honest, due to my planning, but hopefully tomorrow we'll get off to a better start. For now though, bid you farewell. Take care.